What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another collaboration beer. This time between the Imprint Beer Company, and they are out of Hatfield, Pennsylvania, and the 450 North Brewing Company, and they're out of Columbus, Indiana, and this is their Blurries. So they're calling this one a slushy plus smoothie, which is both of their flagship smoothie-style sour ales, and this one is brewed with coconut, marshmallow, banana, blueberry, and boysenberry. It comes in at 7% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed, time of review, and this can is just over 2 months old. So believe it or not, I've been waiting to try this one for about three and a half years. Now back in, I want to say, 2019, 2020, when I started reviewing the 450 North slushies and them becoming very popular, this was one of the first collaborations between like two slushy slash smoothie sour ale producers that really caught the attention of a lot of people, myself included. And a lot of people really enjoy this one, so they just released it again, and I was able to grab a can of it. So I'm really excited to give it a go. We will see how this one is. I'll do a little bit of the the little roll you do here to kind of agitate all the fruit puree and whatnot. So let's crack this one open, get in the glass, and see what we got going on. And doing that, a little bit of an explosion. They filled this right to the top. They did. Luckily, I'm not an idiot. Check that, I am an idiot. But I always bring paper towels to the dance now because of situations like this. And I'm just gonna clean it up real quick because this stuff is so sweet because it's fruit puree that it kind of just sticks right to the table quickly. So I think we're good here. I'm gonna try to give it a nice quick pour here. As you can see, it's a fruit puree and more fruit puree, banana, coconut, marshmallow, the whole nine. Well, this is probably going to produce a crazy head. I don't know why I poured it that aggressive. You'll see it continue to build. We might have to time it out here if it becomes an issue. We'll pour the rest in a little bit down the road. Throw this off camera. And yeah, so we have a crazy looking, fruit smoothie beer. Has a purple magenta look to it. The head's still building. You can't see through it. Murky, turbid. It has about 2 fingers of this light purple head that just, kind of just looks like a fruit smoothie in a glass. Hold it up to the light, can't see anything through it. Has the pectin from the fruit puree on the side of the glass. Looks gnarly and kind of how I expect it to. Anyways, good nose. That fucking smells awesome. It's crazy because picture a strawberry banana fruit smoothie, but get rid of the strawberry and replace it with blueberry and boysenberry. So boysenberry is what, a blackberry and like a raspberry hybrid. Just, so let's say a mixed berry banana smoothie is what I'm getting in the nose. Yeah, the banana's coming through. It's not super strong, but noticeable. And then I'm definitely getting more blueberry than anything. Underlying coconut. It's kind of like someone just shaved some fresh coconut on top. It smells really sweet. So, the base of this is obviously a sour. A lot of times with these beers, you don't get that necessarily, and they just turn into like a sweet, fruit smoothie drink with no sour kind of feel to them. I'm hoping that's not the case. I mean, just look. I mean, that's a beautiful looking beer within the style. Now, you can say, I don't like the style, I think the style is stupid, whatever the case may be, but if you want something that says, coconut, marshmallow, banana, blueberry, and boysenberry. Yeah, there you go. I'm not really getting the marshmallow a lot. There's like a faint vanilla, but I really don't care. This smells awesome. I'm just hoping that there is enough of a sour base punch to kind of break up the monotony of all the sweet fruits and everything else going on in this that just screams sweet. So let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. All right, so first things first, off that first sip, is lightly tart. That said, the flavors here are absolutely spectacular. I love the taste of this. The problem is, again, the vessel it comes in, the 16-ounce cans for me. I wish this was in 12-ounce can. Preferably the little 7.5 or 8 ounce cans that you see some of these crazy barrel aged beers in. That's what I want this in. especially if it's not going to have a punch of sourness that I expect from a sour ale style. This is just decadent. It's sweet. They pretty much hit the nail on the head as far as the flavor goes. It just doesn't have enough of the base beer to kind of balance it out. But we're going to properly review it because the flavor is fucking superb. Anyway, body and mouthfeel. Buying this is full bodied. It's not one of the thickest fruit smoothie sours I've ever had, but it's definitely in that range of, yes, this is thick. It's smoothie-esque. I don't see how you'd have a complaint if you're looking for something like this. The mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's really creamy. There's a mild carbonation here, which I think works well. I don't think I'd want it any more carbonated. I think if the sourness was kicked up, I'd want more carbonation, but as is, I'm cool with it just being that smooth, creamy kind of mouthfeel. The taste, this is not like overly complex. I'm not getting different flavors in different areas of my tongue. At least that's not how my palate is deciphering it. This is, in simplistic terms, this is a mixed berry banana fruit smoothie. That's what this is. It's like someone shaved some coconut on there. Maybe you could even say like a mixed berry banana parfait, sans their granola. So you get the yogurt where maybe this marshmallow is coming in. But again, this doesn't have enough tartness to really say that specifically. But front to back, that's what I'm getting. In order, I'm getting the mixed berry. I'd go blueberry, boysenberry, then the banana. This isn't too dominant with the banana. So for those of you out there who don't like banana or you don't like banana in these type of beers, I don't think you'd hate this. You might notice it and maybe it wouldn't be your favorite, but I don't think you would like dislike it because it is not the predominant flavor, but it's noticeable. So keep that in mind. It's a little bit of freshly shaved coconut on top. It finishes sweet. There is a, we'll say, mild to semi-dry kind of finish. The only thing that kind of saves it from being too cloying, because it is cloying to some degree. But as you can see, I keep on going back for it, and I'm not sitting here, saying, oh my God, this is too rich. I took 3 sips and I'm done. But the rest of this can is going to be tough to put down, and I don't know if I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of these beers are just too much for me. I want like 6 to 8 ounces of this max, is kind of the way I look at it. If it had some kind of, again, firm tartness or even low sourness, I would have no problems throwing this back, even though this can's probably like 600, 700, 800 calories, because it's kind of right now my dessert for the night, but I almost don't want to drink it because a couple more sips and I think I'm gonna be like, that's enough of that flavor. It's too sweet, it's cloying, move on. That said, this is really tasty. So these are always tough to review because this is 7%, hides it extremely well. It kind of is exactly what it says it is, sans. I mean, it doesn't say sour anywhere on the can, right? But the slushy and smoogie, or a schmoogie, those two series from Imprint has the schmoogie and 450 North has a slushy. Those are fruit smoothie or smoothie style sour ales. So I'm expecting a sourness base here and just not getting that sour base. So it's tough to rate because I think the flavors are phenomenal. It's just I got to knock it down quite a bit because of the lack of a sour kick. So how am I going to do rating on this? Well, Blurries, the collaboration between Imprint and 450 North, I am going to give this, I'm going to be generous and say that with a firm sour kick, this is easily in the 4.75 range. Because it pretty much nails everything it says on here except for the base, not kind of lacking in that sour aspect. But this is like a 4.7, 4.75, 4.8. This is delicious. I'm going to knock it down a half point because of the lack of sourness. So I'm going to give this beer right here, I'm going to give it a solid 4.25 out of 5. I think that's a fair score for what I'm drinking. I think if you're somebody who doesn't mind a pastry sours being quite sweet and lacking a firm sour or tart punch, I think this would be something right in your realm, and I would say totally pick it up, especially if all of these flavors sound right in your wheelhouse. Price point and availability. The price point on this one here in my neck of the woods was, I think, $8 a can. Maybe $8.49. So I try not to go over $8 for a can of any of these, fruit smoothie style sours anymore. I think I went 50 cents over my own internal limit because I've always wanted to try this one. So I'm not going to bulk at 49 cents or 50 cents a difference. Would I pay that again for this? Definitely not. Would I pay it again to try it? Yes. Because if I never had it before, I would still want to try this one. I'd probably pay up to $9 for a can of this. So the price point, it is what it is. These are, typically $25, $26 a 4-pack. Anywhere you go, you start making distro, you start, going up $1 or $2 per can. So I get it, but you know, a lot of people aren't going to pay that, and I get it. The availability, I have no idea. I just know here in the Buffalo, New York area, we do get imprint drops every so often, and you know, the recent drop had this included. It wasn't super fresh when it showed up. I think, you know, it was about 2 months old, so it's just a little over 2 months old now. So not super fresh, but these can usually age, you know, it's no issue as long as they're stored properly, aka kept cold. You should have no issues with them exploding and whatnot. But once they start hitting warmer weather and you can get, you know, the fruit start going and the yeast eating it, and all of a sudden you start getting re-fermentation in the can, that's when it's an issue and these start exploding. But as long as it's handled properly, you should be a-okay. So if you've had this one before, whether it's the original release back, you know, 3.5, 4 years ago, or this current release, let me know. Post in the comment section. I'd really like to hear from you and what your thoughts are. Again, overall, nailed the flavor. I think it's a fantastic tasting beer. It's just, if you're going to give me something that, you know, is essentially a smoothie style sour ale, I want that sour ale to be present in what I'm drinking, and it's lightly tart, and that's, you know, the most I can say about it. I will say too, the one thing is it is a little bit acidic. I have a little bit of, like, you know, heartburn already in my chest. So this is more acidic than any kind of tart or sour feeling on the palate, which is kind of weird. I don't get that too often. So anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. This one was a lot of fun to try. I'm glad I kind of, you know, marked it off my bucket list, but yeah, probably nothing I'd ever go back to unless they made it a little bit more sour. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.